Since everyone has a material bodily conception of life, if Krishna had such a conception, what would be the difference between Krishna and the conditioned soul? Krishna's instructions in Bhagavad Gita are accepted as final because he does not possess a material body. As soon as one has a material body, he has four deficiencies. But since Krishna does not possess a material body, he has no deficiencies. He is always spiritually conscious and blissful. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. His form is eternal, blissful knowledge. Sachidananda Vigraha, Ananda Chinmaya Rasa, and Kaivalya are the same. Krishna can expand himself as Paramatma in the core of everyone's heart. In Bhagavad Gita 13.3, this is confirmed. Kshetragnam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. The Lord is the Paramatma, the Atma or super self of all individual souls. Therefore, it must naturally be concluded that he has no defective bodily conceptions. Although situated in everyone's body, he has no bodily conception of life. He is always free from such conceptions and thus he cannot be affected by anything in relation to the material body of the Jiva. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 16.19, Tan aham dvishatah kruran samsareshu naradhaman kshipam yajashrama shubhan ashurishvevayo nishu. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, are cast by me into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. Whenever the Lord punishes a persons like demons, however, such punishment is meant for the good of the conditioned soul. The conditioned soul, being envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, may accuse him, saying, Krishna is bad, Krishna is thief, and so on. But Krishna, being kind to all living entities, does not consider such accusations. Instead, he takes account of the conditioned soul's chanting of Krishna, Krishna so many times. He sometimes punishes such demons for one life by putting them in a lower species, but then, when they have stopped accusing him, they are liberated in the next life because of chanting Krishna's name constantly. Blaspheming the Supreme Lord or his devotee is not at all good for the conditioned soul, but Krishna, being very kind, punishes the conditioned soul in one life for such sinful activities and then takes him back home, back to Godhead. The vivid example for this is Vritrasura, who was formerly Chitraketu Maharaj, a great devotee. Because he derided Lord Shiva, the foremost of all devotees, he had to accept the body of a demon called Vritra. But then he was taken back to Godhead. Thus, when Krishna punishes a demon or conditioned soul, he stops the soul's habit of blaspheming him, and when the soul becomes completely pure, the Lord takes him back to Godhead. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuronmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पुंगुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। Hare Krishna. Once again, I would like to welcome all the devotees. I'd like to seek blessings of all of you so that I would like to do this service for the pleasure of the Vaishnavas. So if any mistakes, please forgive me. So I'd like to do this service for my own purification. So, so this seventh chapter begins with Sukadeva Goswami is narrating the story of Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking questions to Narada Muni. So how Lord is, being impartial. Yeah. So it appears that Lord is partial, correct? So as Prabhuji was mentioning yesterday, that Indrari Vyakulam Loke Mrudayanti Yuge Yuge, correct? So Lord comes and then Indrari Vyakulam Loke Mrudayanti Yuge Yuge. Every yuga he comes and then he curbs the demons and helps the devotees, correct? What is that famous shloka in Bhagavad Gita? Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkurtam dharma samsthapanardhaya sambhavami yuge yuge, correct? Lord comes every yuga to annihilate the demons and then to encourage the devotees. Why does Lord does that? Why it appears that Lord is favoring the devotees and curbing the demons? Why? Because devatas are aligned to Lord's plan, correct? Lord has a plan for this world. What is that plan? Lord's plan is to take everyone back home, back to Godhead, correct? That's the Lord's plan. So the devatas actually they are aligned to Lord's plan, correct? So they promote the Brahmanical culture, they promote the cow worship, Goseva and all the aspects, so that there can be a peaceful surrounding, peaceful environment in this world, so that the people can practice bhakti through the Varnashrama system. So the devatas basically they help in Lord's plan. That is why Lord favors them in terms of for the welfare of everyone. So I was hearing regarding this lecture, like Prabhupada was mentioning, actually there are the real problems of life, correct? What is the meaning of real problem of life? Prabhupada was mentioning. Can somebody say what is the real problem of life? Correct, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. So actually, if you ask people in general, what is the problem of life? They'll tell many problems. We don't have gas, Prabhuji. We don't have water, Prabhuji. Like that, correct? Those are all problems, but the real problem has a definition. The definition of a real problem is three things. It should be common for everyone, correct? And nobody wants it, nobody can avoid it. What are the three things? It should be common for everyone, nobody wants it, nobody can avoid it. Mataji, I think English is okay, right, Mataji? In between. Yeah, yes, bro, please, yes. Yeah, yes, yeah.
നമുക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും ഓരോരോ പ്രശ്നങ്ങളുണ്ടല്ലേ, പ്രോബ്ലംസ് ഉണ്ട്. ഈ പ്രോബ്ലം എന്താണെന്നാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞത്. നമുക്കറിയാം ജന്മമൃത്യു ജരാവ്യാധിയാണ്. പക്ഷേ ഇപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞത്
it is common for everyone.
കോമൺ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവർക്കും വരുന്നതാണ്.
Nobody wants it.
ആർക്കും വേണ്ടാത്തതാണ്.
Nobody can avoid it.
അത് ആർക്കും പിന്നെ വേണ്ടാന്ന് വെക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല.
So if you see
problems.
Yeah, it's true. So if you see the gas problem, that is for us, not for everyone, right? Correct? So whatever problems you take in this world, Only few people have that kind of problem, not everyone. But here, what we were discussing, Mataji said, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. These four problems, nobody wants it, nobody can avoid it. Correct? So here, why that problems comes in the first place? Because of the bodily conception of life. What is the bodily conception? Bodily conception means I am this body. Correct? And whatever belongs to this body is mine. Aham mameti. In fact, uh, that one shloka in Bhagavatam, yasyatma gunapetri dhatuke, yes, Swadhi kalakradishu bhauma yudhyadi. But Prabhupada many times tells that those who think that they are this body, they are no better than animals like that. Correct? So Prabhupada many times say that. So here, why Sukadeva Goswami, why Narada Muni is telling about this? Because as Prabhuji was mentioning yesterday, when we think that I am this body and this bodily conception, then I need some favors from everyone. Correct? Correct? So that is when there is a question of hatred or friendship or anything. Correct? But Supreme Lord doesn't have any material body. His body is Sachidananda Vigraha. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karana. So Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna doesn't have any material body. His body is completely spiritual. Correct? So what is the proof that his body is spiritually? Prabhupada many times say it's absolute. Correct? Absolute means what? So when in the material world, if I want mango, say I want to eat mango. If I keep on saying mango, 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 I will not get the relish of the mango. Correct? I have to get that physical object and then I have to eat it. Correct? But when it comes to Krishna, when you keep on saying Krishna's holy names, like Prabhupada mentioned, Krishna, Krishna, actually the holy name is Krishna. That is why Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnatvam Nama Nami. There is no difference between Nama and Nam. But material world, the things are actually the person is different. Correct? So that is why you can say that the Lord's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, all are absolute on a spiritual platform. Correct? Just like in the material world, we how many of you know this? What is it? There is a deer called one special deer, musk. It's called Kasturi Mruga. Kasturi Mruga. Correct? It has one special quality. Can anybody say? Correct. Correct. Exactly, Mataji. So Kasturi Mruga, from its body, a nice fragrance comes. Correct? Nice fragrance. But this Kasturi Mruga thinks that the fragrance is coming from somewhere outside. So it searches for the entire forest all through the life where this fragrance is coming from. A smell where it is coming from. Correct? So, yeah. Yes, bro. Yeah, yes, bro. You can. Yeah.
കസ്തൂരിമാൻ്റെ ദേഹത്ത് മണം നല്ല മണമുണ്ട്. ഈ കസ്തൂരിമാൻ ആ മണം വരുമ്പോൾ അത് വിചാരിക്കും വേറെ കണ്ടു എന്നാണ് ഈ മണം വരുന്നത്. എന്നിട്ട് വനത്തിൽ മുഴുവൻ ഇങ്ങനെ തേടി നടക്കും എവിടെ നിന്നാണ് ഈ മണം വരുന്നത്.
So one day it dies without knowing its source.
അപ്പോൾ ഒരിക്കൽ ആ കസ്തൂരിമാൻ മരിച്ചുപോയി, ഒരിക്കലും എവിടെ നിന്നാണ് ഈ മണം വരുന്നതെന്ന് അറിയാതെ.
Correct? So similarly, the jiva in this material world also, actually the jiva is searching for happiness. Correct? We are all want happiness. Correct? Why we want happiness? Because we are by default anandamayo bhyasat. Correct? We want happiness. Correct? But where to search for that happiness? In this thing, that thing. So the jiva also searches the entire world, entire time. But without knowing the fact that the Lord is there in the heart. Correct? Correct? Who is there in the heart? Paramatma. The Lord is there. What is that shloka in Bhagavad Gita, Mataji? There are two shlokas, Lord says. Yes, chapter 15. Yes. Sarvasya chaham Vishto Mattah Smritir Gnanam Apohanam Cha Vedaischa Sarvair Ahameva Vedya Vedanta Krit Veda Videvachaham. Correct? I am there in everybody's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Correct? And also there is one more shloka, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriddeshe Arjuna Tishtati. So the Lord, Supreme Lord, as a Paramatma, is there in everybody's heart, and He is ready to give all the happiness. Correct? He is called Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitab. He is the Rasa Shekara. He actually he can reciprocate with anyone. Correct? Because he has that ability. Lord is called Vibhu, we are Anu. Correct? So it is said in the Vedic scriptures that Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Yeko Bahunam Yo Vidadhati Kaman. That one Supreme Lord takes care of all the jivas. Correct? Correct? He takes care of it. So actually most of the time the reason for our frustration in this world is actually our expectations are directed to different people. You understand? Our expectations are wrong. It basically means we expect so much of happiness that the soul hankering for the people from these people in this world. It is like saying that if I go to a beggar, okay, and if I beat him so many times left and right and ask him, you give me 10 lakh rupees, can he give? Can the beggar give 10 lakh rupees? No. Why? Because the beggar doesn't have that amount on. Correct? Similarly, the jivas in this world, they are all Anu. Yes, yes. Yeah.
അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഈ ഭൗതിക ലോകത്തിൽ നമുക്ക് സന്തോഷം എന്താ വരാത്തതെന്നുള്ള ഒരു ഉപമയാണ്. നമ്മൾ ഈ സന്തോഷം തേടി നടക്കുന്നതെങ്ങനെ നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റിനുമുള്ള ആൾക്കാരിൽ നിന്ന് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചുറ്റിനുമുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ശരിയാക്കി അങ്ങനെയാണ് നമുക്ക് സന്തോഷം വേണ്ടത്. ഇപ്പോൾ പ്രഭു പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് 10 ലക്ഷം രൂപ വേണം. 10 ലക്ഷം രൂപ വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഒരു യാചകൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പോയാൽ എന്നിട്ട് അയാൾക്ക് നല്ല തല്ലും കൊടുത്തിട്ട് നമ്മൾ പറയും 10 ലക്ഷം രൂപ തരാൻ പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇടയിൽ 10 ലക്ഷം രൂപ തരാനുണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. അതേപോലെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ ചുറ്റിനുമുള്ള ആൾക്കാരിൽ നിന്നും ഒക്കെ ഈ സന്തോഷം അന്വേഷിച്ച് നടക്കുന്നത്. അവരുടെ നമുക്ക് സന്തോഷം തരാനില്ല. പറഞ്ഞു വരുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ഉള്ളിൽ തന്നെ ഉണ്ടെന്നാണ്. ഭഗവാനുണ്ട്, ആ ഭഗവാൻ തരും എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞു വരാൻ പോകുന്നത്.
Yes. So the jiva is looking for a happiness, of ocean of happiness. It is just like there was one humorous story I was hearing, that there is a person, he is going in a desert, very hot sunny day, so much heat. He is almost on the verge of death. Okay, if he doesn't drink water in a couple of minutes, he is going to die. Correct? Suddenly he saw one big helicopter that's coming. On the helicopter, everywhere it is written big letters water. Everywhere it is written water. Correct? He thinks that, oh, finally, water is coming. I am saved. And the helicopter just landed just before him, and the pilot came out, and on his dress, on the shirt, pant, everywhere it is written water, water, water. Correct? Everywhere it is written. So he is finally happy, and the jug, big jug he brought, and when he poured that water, this one, there was only one drop of water is there. One drop. By seeing that, he fainted. That person. Why? Because this person wanted a big water, but he got only drop of it. Correct? So similarly, this world, actually people cannot, give us the love that we expect. The jiva wants an ocean of love, but the people cannot satisfy that kind of love. Only Lord Krishna can satisfy. Why? Because he is Rasa Shekara. He has that ability to what you can say, the reciprocate with jivas whatever they want. Correct? That is why it is said Eko Bahunam Yo Vidadhati Kama. Correct? So that is the difference between the Supreme Lord and Krishna. Supreme Lord and the jivas. The jivas are limited, Supreme Lord is unlimited. Correct? So here coming back to that discussion, so Prabhupada says that the jivas foolishly avajananti mamudha manushim tanumashritam. When Krishna comes to the world to perform the pastimes, the jivas foolishly think that he is also like one of us. Just like, say, in a jail, okay, who goes to jail? Criminals, correct? Say suddenly the prime minister of the country goes to a jail. So the jailer, the people in the prison, they can commit two mistakes. One mistake is they think that I am also in jail, prime minister is also in jail. So that means he must have done some criminal activity. That is why he is in jail. This is the first mistake he commits. Second mistake is prime minister is also there, I am there. That means I am also like prime minister. Yes, bro. So two mistakes. It's a grave mistakes. So yeah, yes, bro.
ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഉപമ പറയണം, അതായത് ഈ ഭൗതിക ലോകത്തിൽ ഭഗവാൻ വരുമ്പോഴേ ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഭഗവാനെ മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല, നമ്മളെപ്പോലുള്ള ഒരാളാണെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ അതിനൊരു കഥ പറഞ്ഞെന്നാണ്, ജയിലിൽ ക്രിമിനൽസ് ആണല്ലോ, കുറ്റവാളികൾ. അപ്പോൾ അവിടെ നമ്മുടെ പ്രധാനമന്ത്രി ജയിലിലോട്ട് പോയെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ കുറ്റവാളികൾക്ക് രണ്ട് രീതിയിൽ ചിന്തിക്കാം. ഒന്ന്, പ്രധാനമന്ത്രി ജയിലിലേക്ക് വന്നു, അദ്ദേഹവും കുറ്റവാളിയാണ്, ജയിലിലേക്ക് വന്നു. രണ്ടാമത്, പ്രധാനമന്ത്രി ജയിലിൽ വന്നു, ജയിലിൽ വന്ന അദ്ദേഹം പ്രധാനമന്ത്രിയാണ്, അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞങ്ങളും പ്രധാനമന്ത്രിയുടെ മാതിരി അതേപോലെ തന്നെ. പിന്നെ രണ്ട് രീതിയിൽ.
So these are the two big mistakes a jiva commits, to drag Krishna into our position, to think that Krishna is also like one of them, which is a Mayavad philosophy, actually speaking. Mayavad philosophy, if you know, they cannot understand how the body is completely blissful, correct? We say that Krishna's body is Satchidananda Vigraha, he is completely bliss. They cannot understand, because our body is full of misery. Our body is Asat, Achit, Nirananda. Krishna's body is Sat, Chit, Ananda, correct? All different. So when the Mayavadis don't understand this, they try to make Krishna as negation. So there is no body for Krishna like that, which is a great offense actually. That is why Bhagavatam says, although these Mayavad philosophers, they sometimes they do so many austerities. Austerity means what? Tapasya. They do so much tapasya, but at best they can go to the Brahman platform. There are three platforms, right? Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Shabdyate, correct? At best they can go to the Brahman platform, but it is not stable. They had to come back down because they have offended the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Aruhya krichrena param padam tata patantyadho anadhrita ishmadangraya. It is said that they may go with so much of difficulty, but they had to come down because they don't have the respect for the lotus feet of Lord, correct? So that is why in this purport, Prabhupada is telling, one should never commit a mistake that Krishna's body is like all of us. No, Krishna's body is completely different, and he is there as a Paramatma. Kshetragnam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata, correct? Actually, he is our best friend. In fact, Lord himself is saying that bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhrudam sarva bhutanam gnatva shantiricchati, correct? If somebody knows that he is my real friend, actually they can become very, no matter how many wars may go on. Like Prabhupada, there was a Japan, we have seen how the bombings were happening in Kolkata, correct? Prabhupada was peaceful. What he was doing, Prabhupada? He was making bhoga, puri and kachori for the Lord. Then his friend asked, then he said, no problem, I am doing bhakti now. The bomb as Krishna came, and surely I can go back. That is the confidence Prabhupada had, because what is that? Antye Narayana Smritihi. If somebody is think of Krishna at the end of his life, they can go back. Prabhupada, actually, really we should be extremely grateful to Prabhupada to be such an example of this courage, of this process, correct? He lived the bhakti, and then he showed the way how to lead the life. Even during his on the deathbed, we have seen the video, right? He is translating Bhagavatam. Although there is no life present in the body, in the sense the full bones and everything, still he is translating Bhagavatam and his consciousness is on a different level. No, even I mean we were discussing. No, if you see Maharaj also, Jayapatak Maharaj, it's amazing what Maharaj is doing. Yes, Prabhu, correct. We were hearing recently Vyaspuja of Maharaj happened. How after the stroke in 2008, Prabhuji, 2010, yeah, that time, 2008 only. So how Maharaj has, many thought that the preaching program may be reduced, correct, after the stroke. But after the stroke, it increased like many fold. And how Maharaj is, so enthusiastic and infusing that enthusiasm in the devotees, it is on a different level altogether. So these kind of examples we can, because we could able to see with the eyes, then we get lot of confidence that this is the process and this process works, correct. We can get to know that thing actually, correct. So here, yeah. So in the last paragraph, Prabhupada is mentioning, actually, see, one time I have taken my daughter to the doctor, and the doctor was giving injection. She is just a 2 years, 3 years, 3 year old. Doctor is giving injection, and my daughter was looking at me as if I am a biggest enemy in the entire world. Why you are doing this to me? This this one. But I know what I am doing, correct. She may not be knowing, she may not appreciate what I am doing, but I know what I am doing, correct. I know what is best for her and I am doing it. So similarly, when Lord does that, that injection, it appears that the demons, why he is chastising demons, like this, it is for their own benefits, correct. The Lord loved Prahlad Maharaj by protecting him, and the Lord loved Hiranyakashipu by killing him. Correct? Yeah. Yes.
പ്രഭു മോളെ കൊണ്ട് ഡോക്ടറെ അടുത്ത് പോയി മോൾക്ക് ഡോക്ടർ ഇഞ്ചക്ഷൻ കൊടുക്കുന്നു. അപ്പം മോള് അച്ഛൻ്റെ മുഖത്തോട്ട് നോക്കുന്ന കണ്ടാൽ തോന്നും ഈ ഭൂലോകത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ശത്രുവാണ് എൻ്റെ അച്ഛൻ എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഇഞ്ചക്ഷൻ കൊടുക്കുന്നു. അതേമാതിരി ഭഗവാനാണെങ്കിൽ ഹിരണ്യകശിപുവിനെ കൊല്ലുന്നു, പ്രഹ്ലാദനെ രക്ഷിക്കുന്നു. പക്ഷേ ഹിരണ്യകശിപുവിനെ കൊല്ലുന്നതും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അസുരന്മാരെ ശിക്ഷിക്കുന്നതുമെല്ലാം മോൾക്ക് ഇഞ്ചക്ഷൻ കൊടുക്കുന്ന പോലെയാണ്, അച്ഛൻ കൊടുക്കുന്ന പോലെയാണ് എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്.
Yeah. So this is Lord's love. In fact, actually this, if we understand this one point, that the Lord loves me always, no matter what. I may have 1,000 deficiencies, 1,000 shortcomings, but there is one person who always never judge me, he is always with me, always loving me, is actually Krishna. If this one point we can really internalize, then we can have a very blissful life actually, correct. So many times people commit suicide, they may do, they think that there is nobody to listen to, they have got a great problem, but there is no one to listen to them and all. But actually, if only they knew that the best friend is there in the heart, and he is readily accessible, readily available, just by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Actually, the Supreme Lord, just like in this world, if you have to get a meeting with a Prime Minister, how much difficult it is, correct? So much process is there. But the Supreme Lord, who is the Prime Minister of all the Prime Ministers, he has made himself available, accessible, just by a one call, correct? When a devotee calls Krishna, then he is readily available, readily accessible. Is it not a wonder, correct? Is it not a great blessing, actually speaking, correct? So we should take care, we should really appreciate this process and then do it. This is the best. See, just like if you purchase the best gift for your kid, and the kid, he has taken that and then he is thrown in the corner of the house, he is not at all bothered. How much Bad you feel, Mataji? Correct? You feel bad? Correct? Similarly, the Lord's best gift is the holy name. The spiritual master's best gift is the holy name, because he gives the seed by which the love can be developed. Correct? So, if we just neglectfully, inattentively, if we just take it casually, then it doesn't please Krishna. Is it not correct? It's as simple as that. So at the end, Krishna is telling, the Prabhupada is mentioning that just like Vritrasura, he has done a mistake, he has done an offense to Lord Shiva. Correct? That is why he had to go through another, this demon's body. Of course, we know Vritrasura is a pure devotee. From his prayers, we can see Aham Tave Hare Tava Padaika Moolam, like that. There are so many great prayers he has done it. So, but for all of us, it's a great, warning that don't consider these people to be ordinary. Correct? In fact, Krishna does not consider ordinary. What is the famous shloka in Bhagavad Gita? Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschit mam veti tatvatah. Correct? Krishna says, out of thousands of people, one will actually understand, who am I, who is God, who is all these things. Out of those thousands of people, one will actually come to me. Correct? So don't think that the people who are, who are here, correct, they are ordinary people. No. If we think that they are ordinary, we will commit offense and mistake. Oh, I know this Prabhu, I know this Mataji, she has this mistake, this Prabhuji has this mistake, I know this. No. Actually, in fact, if somebody, you are studying, Mataji? You are studying, what you are studying? Bharatanatyam. Okay. So, let me give some, this normal studies example, Mataji. Like say, if somebody is studying BTech, correct? You don't go to that person and ask that, have you completed your 10th? Correct? We don't ask, right? Have you completed? Why? Because it is assumed that they would have already completed 10th, PUC, 11th, 12th and all this. Correct? So similarly, if somebody is chanting holy names, correct? Somebody is chanting holy names of Krishna, Shastras say that you no need to ask that person what he has done in the previous lives. You can, blindly you can assume, and that's correct fact is, they would have done so much of punya in the previous lives. In terms of sacrifices, yagnas, tapa, dana, everything they would have done in the previous life to come to this platform to take the Krishna's holy names. Correct? You understand? So each one is actually has done so much of punya in the back. That is why they are in this level right now. Otherwise, how many people in this world? 8 billion people. Correct? They are not, everybody is chanting. So we should, every time, Shankaracharya says this, every time, every day we need to remember these facts. Actually, these are facts. Correct? We are not telling some exaggeration thing and just exaggeratedly think that they are great. No, they are actually great. Correct? Like that. So we'll go to the next sloka. Okay, we will complete it. I'll just recite and then I'll continue. Tasmad vairānubandhena nirvairena bhayena va snehat kamena vayunjat kathanchan nekshate prathan. Therefore, by enmity or by devotional service, by fear or by affection or by lusty desire, by all of these or any one of them, if a conditioned soul somehow or other concentrates his mind upon the Lord, the result is the same for the Lord. Because of his blissful position, he is never affected by enmity or friendship. From this verse, one should not conclude, oh, it's a big purport. Oh, okay, it's a big purport. So we'll just focus on first paragraph. From this verse, one should not conclude that because Krishna is unaffected by favorable prayers or unfavorable blasphemy, one should therefore blaspheme the Supreme Lord. This is not the regulative principle. Bhakti Yoga means Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Ruttamam. One should serve Krishna very favorably. This is the real injunction. Here it is said that Although an enemy thinks of Krishna unfavorably, the Lord is unaffected by such anti devotional service. Thus, he offers his benediction even to Shishupal and similarly inimical conditioned souls. This does not mean, however, that one should be inimical towards the Lord. The stress is given to the favorable execution of devotional service, not purposeful blasphemy of the Lord. Yes, yes, yeah. So you see here, actually Narada Muni is glorifying Shishupal and Dantavakra because they have got such an absorption in Krishna. He is actually glorifying, correct? But Prabhupada, he is an acharya. He in his purports, actually Prabhupada's purport, sometimes you can see, some very nice guidelines. Just like here you can see, what is the Sharanagati, that famous shloka, Anukulyasya Sankalpaha Pratikulyasya Vivarjanam Rakshashyati iti Viswaso Gopatrutva Varnam Tadha. Correct? Like that, the 6 verses. So what is the first thing? Anukulyasya Sankalpaha means? Sorry, yes, Mati? Correct, to accept what is favorable for devotional service. So now these demons, we should not think that okay, the Shishupal and Dantavakra, they have also attained liberation. Let me also become a demon and to blaspheme Krishna like that. No, actually these are not ordinary people. Who are they? They are Jaya Vijaya, correct? They are right directly from the Vaikunta they came. Their example is different. Somebody who may think that I can become a demon, I can become a blasphemers of Krishna. What happens is they will just simply fall down. In fact, Prabhupada writes in the previous purport, if somebody blasphemes the devotees or Krishna, for them the hell is ready. Krishna himself puts them in a very lower conditions, very abominable condition, so that they get reformed. It's for their benefit only again, correct? It is for their benefit only. Krishna does that. Okay, so one should not think that I can become a demon and then no, like that. So the best way is to follow in the footsteps of the previous acharyas, correct? Who are the 12 Mahajans? Swayambhu Narada Shambhu, Kumaro Kapilo Manu, Prahlado Janako Bhishma, Balir Vaya Sakir Vayam. Correct? So these 12 Mahajans, we need to follow in their footsteps. Then the process is very safe. Otherwise, the spiritual life is actually, it is called Kshurasya Dhara. Kshurasya Dhara means what? Walking on a razor's edge. Correct? We all know the razor. If somebody walks on a razor, there had to be a cut. Correct? The blood has to come. But if somebody is very careful in walking it, they can. So similarly, spiritual life, it is actually very difficult. But the acharyas made it very simple, correct? They made it very simple, and we need to be sticking whatever they have given exactly. Just like, what are the 4 regulative principles acharyas recommend? No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, correct? And the chanting of the holy name. It is like do's and don'ts, correct? If somebody does that, actually they are they are the real well-wishers, not the people in general. People in general will give so many things. You just take this, you will become happy, correct? You take this soap, you will become happy. Advertisement, we all know the advertisement. Just this one toothbrush you take, you will be eternally happy. Yes, bro, correct? Correct? But I will conclude this by one humorous story again. Our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says this story. How many know 5 Paisa circus? 5 Paisa circus story. There is a story. There was a village in that one circus. Circus we all know, right? Circus, big exhibition kind of thing. That is advertised. That coming Friday evening, 5 o'clock, there is a circus. Big circus. And what is the price for that? Just 5 paisa. Very nominal, like 1 rupee kind of thing. And the full village is so excited for that circus, went to see that. Correct? And And the Friday came. Since the morning, they were in the line. Circus is in the evening, but the whole village is in the line from the morning. And the media people, they all came. They all want to capture the excitement of the people in, correct? And 4:55, 56, 57, 5 o'clock, the doors opened. But there was only one condition. What is that condition? There is only one person allowed. He has to see the circus, come out, and then the second person goes. It is only one person at a time is allowed, correct? The first person went inside and he saw nothing is there. He went inside, nothing is there. Hey, what is this? Then there are two big bodybuilders came with a stick. And they bet him like anything, right and left and center, they bet him like anything. This parrot, don't shout me, don't, beat me like that. So 5 minutes they bet him left and right and left and right. And then they tell him, now you go outside. And outside, every whole village is waiting with anticipation. How will be the exhibition, circus, with all the media people. So he thought, if I go like this, people will make fun of me. They'll mock at me. So what I'll do, at the exit, there was some mirror is there. So he went to that mirror and then he immediately do like this. Nice, the same exactly the way he came inside with all these things. And he came outside and he was telling, excellent circus, please go ahead, go inside. Excellent, I have never seen circus like this, please go inside. And the second person went, he also got the same treatment. But he was wondering, for first person it was good, it was nice. But why for me? Why only for me? Okay, whatever it is, I don't want to inform people that there is something. I want to, do the same thing as first person does. No, he doesn't know that first person has God. So he also does the same thing. Excellent, please go ahead. Like that, the whole village is telling that amazing, sir. How come you got? So basically, the Prabhupada, Bhakti Saraswati Thakur tell this story that don't go by the popular opinion of this world. People may say hundreds of things that, you practice this, you'll become happy, you practice that, you'll become happy. Like that, they may say many things, correct? But the real thing is actually only Acharyas can give that real thing. And the real thing is Srimad Bhagavatam. Correct? I'll just end this class by reciting one shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam, which says that how much nectarian Srimad Bhagavatam is. I see you're all so amazingly attentive and absorbed in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, Prabhuji? So every day coming to the book and then trying to write it and trying to absorb, it's not an easy thing. All glories to all of you. Wonderful. Hari Bol. So Bhagavatam says this, that Tadeva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Navam Tadeva Shashvan Manaso Mahotsavam Tadeva Shokar Navasoshanam Runam Yaduttama Shloka Yashonu Giyate. Those words which describe the glories of the Supreme Lord recited by the pure devotees, they will become Uttama Shloka. These words are very attractive to everyone, actually speaking. Everyone, these words are very attractive. So much attractive that Sukadeva Goswami, we all know, right? Sukadeva Goswami, as soon as he is coming out of the womb, he was going in the forest, completely detached. But he got attracted and attached to this, two slokas, Aho Bakiyam Sthanakala Kutam, about Krishna's glories, and then he came back and then recited Bhagavatam. Correct? Those kind of, but you may say, Prabhuji, I am not feeling very, whatever you say, ecstatic, great, joyful. No. Correct? We may say that, right? But that is not problem with Bhagavatam, that is problem with us. Just like if you have jaundice, correct? I may take sugarcane juice. I'll feel jaundice is, the sugarcane is too bitter. But sugarcane is bitter. Which is bitter? My tongue is bitter, not sugarcane. So similarly, Bhagavatam is actually very attractive. Ramyam, Ruchiram, very palatable, and Navam Navam. It is very fresh, ever fresh. Today you read the shloka, you will get some understanding. Tomorrow you read the same shloka, you will get a different understanding. Day after tomorrow again different understanding. Correct? Navam, the fresh. Tadeva Shashwan Manaso Mahotsavam. For the mind, it is a perpetual festival. Correct? Mind wants what? Why everybody is on the Instagram? Yes? Why everybody on Instagram? Correct? Yes, Prabhu? Variety. Correct? The dopamine kick. The mind, the brain gets a dopamine kick, right? Immediately, let's see what's new. Let's see what's new. Let's see what's new. But actually, this world cannot offer the ever fresh thing. But only Bhagavatam can offer a ever fresh thing. Although it appears that it is same, but it can offer a ever fresh thing, provided we are in tune with the Bhagavatam. Tadeva Shashwan Manaso Mahotsavam, Tadeva Shokarnava Soshanam Runa. Shokarnava means what? Shokarnava means? Mataji? Sorry? Ocean of sadness, correct. Arnava means ocean. Shoka means sadness. This world is filled with so much of sadness. You ask people, are you happy? They say, I am fine. But inside, they may be having hundreds of problems. Is it not? Correct, Mataji? Is it not? People are filled with so much of shoka because they have a strong feeling that this is mine, I am this body, I have to protect this somehow. But actually everything belongs to Krishna, correct? We'll try our best, but Krishna will take care of everything. So the shokar navasoshanam. So just like a sun evaporates the water from the ground, similarly this katha of Bhagavatam can evaporate the shoka arnava that is there in the heart of the people in general. Correct? It will evaporate it. So those kind of Bhagavatam, I offer my humble obeisances. Like that, like that the shloka comes. So I am really inspired by all of you. I don't have so much taste, but I am really inspired by all of you. So please pray and bless me that I get some taste of whatever you have for the Bhagavatam. Okay? Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please forgive me if I commit any mistakes, and I sincerely seeking your blessings and prayers for my spiritual life. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
When is your next visit? With all these kids.
I think we'll plan for it. We'll plan that. Yeah, yes. Hare Krishna.